Meghan Markle is facing fresh backlash, and it's all about timing. Just as King Charles III was winning hearts during his high-profile U.S. state visit, Meghan appeared to drop a video that many are calling a little too similar. The result? Accusations that she tried to steal the spotlight from the king again. Here's what happened. During his trip to New York, King Charles made a stop at Harlem Grown, an urban farming initiative focused on sustainability and education. It was one of the softer, more relatable moments of the visit. The 77-year-old monarch, a lifelong environmental advocate, spent time with school children, planting lavender and mustard greens before heading over to the chicken coop, and that's where the moment went viral. Charles, smiling and relaxed, was seen feeding chickens alongside a group of second graders. At one point, he even joked about the hens enjoying their meal, saying they loved the rice. Simple, wholesome, and a very on-brand moment for the king. But within hours, Meghan Markle posted something strikingly similar. On Instagram, the Duchess of Sussex shared videos of herself feeding chickens at her Montecito mansion in California. Same activity, same vibe. Wearing a black halter top and shorts, Meghan walked into a large chicken coop on her property, accompanied by chocolate entrepreneur Jonathan Graham. Her daughter, Lilibet, also made a rare appearance, heard excitedly talking about collecting eggs. Meghan laughed, joked, and even introduced two of her chickens, Hill and Jill, apparently named after Hillary Clinton and Jill Biden. On its own, the video might have been seen as a light lifestyle moment, but the timing? That's what set social media off, because it came right after King Charles's visit went viral and melted hearts online, and critics didn't hold back. One user wrote she couldn't resist, had to post something to grab attention. Another pointed out, same thing Charles did yesterday, feeding chickens. Others went even further, calling the move predictable and accusing Meghan of deliberately inserting herself into the royal news cycle. Some even questioned why this content hadn't appeared earlier, asking why the chicken coop suddenly became a priority now. And that's where the narrative really took off, because for days leading up to this, Meghan and Prince Harry had remained relatively quiet. Meanwhile, King Charles and Queen Camilla were dominating headlines during their U.S. visit. From White House events and a state dinner with U.S. President Donald Trump to an address to Congress, the spotlight was firmly on the monarch, until suddenly Meghan re-entered the conversation, and not subtly. The contrast only added fuel to the debate. Charles's moment was framed as public service, engaging with children, promoting sustainability. Meanwhile, Meghan's? Critics say it looked curated, polished, controlled, and timed for maximum visibility. The reactions have been sharp, especially amid the royal strain between the monarch and his estranged son, Harry. Trump, too, recently ripped Harry and Meghan in his interaction with media and an alleged private chat.
A private Oval Office moment is now making headlines after a sharp remark by President Donald Trump about Meghan Markle was revealed. According to a report by the Daily Mail, British royal author Robert Hardman shared details of a conversation he had with Trump inside the Oval Office. Hardman, who recently wrote a biography on Queen Elizabeth II, said the discussion turned to the royal family, just as the state visit of King Charles III was wrapping up. Trump reportedly flipped through the book and began speaking about the future of the monarchy. He praised Prince William, saying, quote, "He'll be a good king, he's very nice, A great guy. I like him. Trump brought up Harry, asking whether he could ever make a comeback within the royal family. Hardman reportedly responded, saying that seemed unlikely given Harry's ongoing rift with the royals. And that's when Trump made the remark now grabbing attention. He said, quote, "Too many things, I guess. That wife of his. Boy, what she's done to that guy." According to the Daily Mail report, Trump didn't end his comments there. He went on to suggest, quote, "I guess she got blocked out by William's wife," referring to Catherine, Princess of Wales. But then the conversation shifted. Now, these remarks, as reported by Robert Hardman to the Daily Mail, paint a rather blunt picture of Trump's view on the Sussexes. In fact, Hardman himself noted that Trump appeared less than flattering when speaking about Harry and Meghan. The timing of these comments is also significant. They come shortly after Prince Harry's recent visit to Ukraine, where he openly criticized Trump's approach to the conflict with Russia.
I am not here as a politician. I am here as a soldier who understands service, as a humanitarian who has seen the human cost of conflict, and as a friend of Ukraine who believes the world must not grow used to this war or numb to its consequences. When some are striving to dismantle democracy, the many should continue to speak up, to be heard, to be counted, and to be the loudest voice, choosing life and freedom. For we know there can be devastating consequences of silence, delay, and lack of accountability. President Putin, no nation benefits from the continued loss of life we are witnessing. There is still a moment now to stop this war, to prevent further suffering for Ukrainians and Russians alike, and to choose a different course. They are profoundly human. Across occupied territory, the United States has a singular role in this story, not only because of its power, but because when Ukraine gave up nuclear weapons, America was part of the assurance that Ukraine's sovereignty and borders would be respected. This is a moment for American leadership, a moment for America to show that it can honor its international treaty obligations, not out of charity, but out of its own enduring role in global security and strategic stability. And what I see here in Ukraine is that same principle. As President Zelensky has made clear, we are defending our right to live. So, the question is no longer whether Ukraine will stand. You have already answered that. The question is, will the rest of the world match your resolve? Because one day soon, this war will end. And history will not ask what we said, it will ask what we did. Who acted? Who stepped forward? And who chose courage over caution? Ukraine has already given its answer. Now is the time for the rest of us to give ours. Thank you. Slava Ukraini.